Hey everyone, welcome back to the AI Kitchen. I'm Dave, and as always, we're gonna cook something crazy or something normal that AI has created. What we're making today is General Tso's chicken. You know, is that how you say it? Tso's? How do you guys say that? General Tso's chicken. How much chicken do we need? We need 1 pound, and this is 2.5. So this is too much chicken. But I'm just gonna take a pound of it. I don't know how much is a pound. Like that much probably is a pound. We'll do one more. And we're gonna turn it into some delicious General Tso's chicken. Now, if you're new here, if you don't know the concept of this channel, basically what we do here is we ask ChatGPT to create recipes, and then we try cooking them and see if ChatGPT is any good at coming up with recipes, basically. And every now and then it makes something astounding, something super delicious. That was a bone. There shouldn't be bone in boneless chicken thighs. So I thought today we'd test ChatGPT's ability to make some Chinese cuisine, some Chinese food. And the Chinese food that I always get is General Tso's chicken. But let me be honest, I have been to Beijing and they do not have General Tso's chicken there at all. It does not exist in China. They do have Kung Pao chicken, but that's really at like the Americanized places. And that one's pretty good. Everything else though is completely different. It's like duck feet, like literally duck feet stew and stuff like that. It's significantly different and wasn't really for me. Although the Peking duck was pretty good, I'll say that. In Beijing. Yeah, so I'm not a professional cook, guys. I just like to cook for my family and I record it. And sometimes people want to watch me do that. So basically I'm cutting up and cleaning up these chicken thighs. I'll be honest, a lot of people say chicken thighs make much better like chicken nuggets and chicken tenders and things like that. And I'm pretty sure that's why ChatGPT has recommended chicken thighs. But I actually don't know that I like them more than just a chicken breast in one of my tenders or nuggets. What do you guys think about that? How do you weigh in? I've tried both. The problem with chicken thighs is they're kind of like, they're a mess. Look at them. They're like not uniform. Whereas like if you do a chicken breast, it can be like a perfect little nice square. And I don't know, to me it's just like a little bit more, it's better presentation. And ow, just stabbed myself a little bit. Maybe I'm just not prepping the chicken thighs right. Like I said, not a professional cook, but you know, we try. I thought it'd be fun to see how the Chinese food comes out. I also got some like boil in a bag rice, just so we can have it with, you know, with the General Tso's chicken. I went to Disney the other day and they have this restaurant in Epcot called like 9 Dragons or something. And I remember eating there when I was a kid with my grandparents. And I was there with my girls and I was like, you guys wanna go get Chinese food? Because I remembered it being a good experience and having good General Tso's chicken or something like that. Back then, that was like, you know, 1990 something. And my kids were like, ew, no. Which is pretty typical. They didn't want anything but chicken tenders, guys. Although this like basically is a glorified chicken tender. A lot of people say I'm a little talky in my videos, so if you're new here, you probably already left. But if not, welcome in, welcome to the family. There we go, we've got our chicken cut up. Basically what we're gonna do to start off is take a pound of chicken thighs and cut it up into like bite-sized 1/2-inch pieces. And then we're gonna season these pieces. I'm gonna put them on this like tray just to get them out of the way. And I'm gonna season them with salt and pepper, I think. I have to go look at the recipe again. But look, see how much of a mess that is? Maybe it's just my Publix isn't good at like prepping the boneless chicken thighs, so they end up just being kind of a mess when you look at them. I find it funny though, there's so many foods that I absolutely love that I've never tried cooking. Like you just get in these habits of cooking the same thing over and over again, like a sloppy Joe. I mean, you can't go wrong with a sloppy Joe. But there's so many other foods that you like and you spend like $13, $16 nowadays maybe at a Chinese food place to get General Tso's chicken when you just make it yourself at home. So that's what we're gonna try. Salt and pepper on all the chicken. Try not to go too crazy. I should season both sides, right? Nah, not really. They're so small that every bite is gonna have some salt and pepper and I don't wanna over salt or over pepper it. All right, so I'm gonna set the chicken over here for a second, get a bowl, and in said bowl, we're gonna crack an egg. Crack-a-lacka. That was cheesy. Crack the egg into the bowl, make sure there's no shell. Because if there was a shell, that would be a shell of a mistake. Cheesy. Beat up the egg, just punch it and kick it until it's well beaten. And then add the chicken into there. So, double forks? Look at that, I got 2 forks. Look at that, oh man, just dropped it on the counter. Heavens to Betsy. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. I'm trying to make sure all my expletives are from the 50s. I think that's important, you know? So we got all the salmonella causing things. We got the chicken, we got the eggs, we got all that. And no, I didn't wash my chicken. Oh my gosh, comment down below on how triggered you are, if you are. Someone else was very triggered because I was wiping my hands on my pants. One of my older videos when I didn't have an apron, remember people got mad I didn't have an apron, so I finally got an apron. But people were getting mad that I was wiping my hands on my pants when I was cooking to like, you know, get stuff off them. Usually it's to dry them, but whatever. And so I responded and I said, listen, I'm just glad I remembered to wear pants. So, all right, take your chicken, mix it into the egg mixture like so. Get it all coated with eggy egg. Yummy, yummy, in me tummy. Should I have taken more fat off? There's a lot of fat on the thighs. And maybe that's why I don't like it. Maybe I don't take enough fat off. So I need your guys' advice. Should I take more fat off, spend more time defatting it? Again though, at that point I'll just use chicken breasts, less work. This is kind of weird, I'm surprised, but I've never done this before, so I guess, you know, it's not that surprising. What we need now is a 1/4 cup of flour. Do another bowl, like so. And then a 1/2 cup of cornstarch, which seems like a lot, guys. Does that seem right to you? I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it, because I've never made General Tso's chicken, and if that's what it says to do, then that's what I'll do, but I always thought it would be like 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1/2 cup of flour. It is the opposite of my expectations. All right, so I just added the 1/4 cup of flour, now the 1/2 cup of cornstarch. That is so much cornstarch. Should I look it up? So I asked ChatGPT, because you know, it's like this conversational artificial intelligence thing. I said, isn't a 1/4 cup of cornstarch a lot? And it says to me, Maji, that is no. It says to me, yes, a 1/2 cup of cornstarch seems like a lot for cooking chicken, but it helps create a crispy exterior when fried. So now we know. So I think the next step is kind of expected. We just take the chicken, put it into, oh, that's a huge piece. How did that, oh, that's because it's 2 pieces. Put it in the cornstarch and get it all coated with that. Cornstarch flour. Did I remember to mix those? I don't think I did, guys. I don't think I did. I think I forgot to mix them. Is that gonna be a big issue? I don't know. Let's mix them now. Let's mix them now. What happens when I get distracted? There, now it's mixed. I'm just gonna like mix this all back in, so that's like, I don't know, whatever. That piece might be weird, is what we've determined. And I'm just gonna throw them all in there. I'm not gonna dump them because then all that extra egg will be in there. But I am gonna just put them all in one simple step. 0 to hero, just like that. Hercules. Remember that movie? All right, I'll be back when I'm done with this. It's taking a minute. So just mix it around. I mean, using my hands would probably be easier than using a fork. I don't know why I'm not using my hand. I'm just gonna use my hand. Make my life a lot simpler. And just get it all nice and coated with the cornstarch. We got the corn, oops. Corn, big lumps and knobs. It's got the juice. I'm not gonna leave this in. All right, that's pretty well coated in my opinion, don't you think? Don't you think? It's so funny because my daughter's asked me to make boneless barbecue chicken wings for dinner, which is basically this, but without the General Tso's flair. Okay, so there we go. That's good. Let me get my area cleaned a bit. All right, we've got a little cleaned up work area. I'm feeling much better, sanitized, all that stuff. So we're gonna work on the sauce really quick. And for the sauce, we are gonna need some minced garlic. I swear I found the world's smallest cloves of garlic. Walmart had none. Aldi's had these. I probably should have just gone to Publix. A tablespoon. 3 cloves would probably get me there. Let me do a 4th. Make sure I get the full tablespoon worth. So I got my 4 cloves of garlic peeled, and we're just gonna dice these, mince these, whatever you wanna call it. You know, it's funny because the recipe tells me to go on and fry the chicken, but I wanna get the sauce done first. So I'm gonna take a break, set that aside, not for long. The sauce should not take long, should be easy. Honestly, this recipe overall seems pretty easy. I guess I could start heating up the oil to fry the chicken. That would behoove me. Might as well. Is this minced though, or is this diced? Like, because I bought minced ginger, which is also part of the sauce, and I'll show you. It looks even more squished than this. This is what my minced ginger looks like, and it looks like, no, very small, very squishied. Whew, that's intense. It is what it is, right? This is how much I can get it diced up. So we diced up the garlic there. That's part of the sauce. 1 tablespoon, and put that into our bowl for our sauce. And then what else do we need in here? All right, so I got that a little backwards, guys. The garlic is supposed to go into like a little frying pan, oil pan type thing. So I'm gonna put it in there, and then we're gonna put the sauce in this bowl. All right, so we're just gonna go down the list here because we have a whole bunch of things we need to add to our sauce. And the first one is 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. So we're gonna take our tablespoon here. 1, 2, oops, overflowed a little, so I'll go a little under on this one. 3. So that's your first step for your sauce. Up next, we need 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. Okay. Oh, this is thicker. Oh, a lot thicker, wow. 1, 2, I wonder if my daughters will like this since they like barbecue chicken. 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. Up next, we need 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, which is right here. 2 tablespoons of that. Was this not open? 1 and 2. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. This is toasted sesame oil. Do you think it makes a difference? Probably not, right? 1 tablespoon of that. 2 tablespoons of water, which I guess I can get that. Let me go get like a water bottle. All right, I got some water. So 2 tablespoons of that. 1 and let me spill a little again. I'm not using precise measurements for the sauce because it doesn't really matter as much, in my unprofessional opinion. And then we need the, I think sugar, is that right? Yeah, sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1 and 2. So there is our fancy dancy sauce, I think. I mean, there's some more ingredients to it, but that's certainly a good start towards the General Tso's chicken, according to ChatGPT. Could be totally wrong. We'll see. Notice it's like separating the layers because they're different densities. Remember that science class? That was a fun one. Okay, so when you order General Tso's chicken, you can order either, you can either order spicy or no spicy, right? That's literally what it says on the menu at my Chinese place. Spicy, no spicy, or not spicy. I don't like spicy, so I'm gonna do not spicy. And to do that, all you do is leave out 2 ingredients. First ingredient would be 4 to 6 dried red chilies, like chopped up, not much, but just a little. And then red pepper flakes, half a teaspoon. And I'm not gonna do either of those because I want the no spicy version. There's a better chance of my kids eating it that way. I'm not in love with spice anyways. I always order it no spice. Might as well cook it no spice. Now we're gonna move over to the stovetop because it's kind of time to get over there. We're gonna cook up the sauce, we're gonna cook up the wings, and we're gonna have us a delicious meal. I'm gonna bring the minced ginger because we're gonna need it. And I'll see you over there. All right, so we got our oil heating up to cook the chicken. Over here, we've got our garlic. I'm gonna turn on this heat. All right, so the heat is on. The heat is on. We're gonna have our 1 tablespoon of garlic in here, and I'm also gonna add a tablespoon of minced ginger, which literally you can buy it in like a little thing. I bet you could make it yourself too, but plop that in there and just heat that up for like a minute or 2 till it's fragrant. Now this oil feels really hot, so I'm gonna start adding chicken and get that frying, which my chicken is still just sitting over here. Try not to make it splash out and burn me. I should probably work in batches. That would be wise, although I don't really have that much chicken, so I'm almost tempted to try to fit it all in one go. I'm crazy like that, guys. Like Applebee's on a date night. Was that 2 pieces? Yeah, that's 2 pieces. I might just put it all in. This is not wise, but here I am doing it anyways. Somebody stop me. All right, so 1 pound of chicken is in there. Good job, Dave. Always good to be encouraging to oneself, I guess. All right, so garlic and this stuff, like 1 minute to get it fragrant, and then we're gonna add in all the liquids. I don't wanna burn this, so that's hot, guys. That's hot. Toyota's hot, hot, hot. Toyota, not sponsored. Popping. It's snap, crackling, popping over here. I don't want that to happen. All right, it's fragrant. I officially smell it, so I'm gonna add in the sauce that we made earlier. There we go, add all that in. There's a whole bunch at the bottom that didn't come out. Let me scrape it off. That's hot. Have I mentioned that? All right, stir this up like so. It's not very much sauce, but then again, there's not much chicken either. We're gonna let that come to a simmer, and then we're gonna add a cornstarch slurry. So what that is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, which we used on the chicken too, and 1 tablespoon of cold water into a bowl. And because I'm a mega mind genius, I did the water first, so now I gotta use a wet thing for this, the dry stuff. I don't know. I did that backwards. Moral of the story. How can I do this? Hold on. There we go. Tablespoon of water, tablespoon of cornstarch, mix it up, and that's gonna be our slurry. What that'll do is that'll take our sauce over here that's simmering, and it'll thicken it, I believe. Based on past recipes. Ooh, this might be too hot. Let me turn this down. Let me move the chicken around too. Yeah, I don't think it's too overcrowded. I think it's all right. All right, so I would say our sauce is simmering, so I'm gonna add in my cornstarch slurry to that, like so. And can I like make sure it all gets in there too? Then mix that up, and hopefully that helps it to thicken up a little bit. So far, so good though. We've got our chicken still frying over here. I've thrown a pot of water on there to boil it for the rice that we're gonna cook as well. Yeah, look, it's already thickening up, nice. Notice this chicken's not really turning brown. Is that because I'm using cornstarch instead of flour? I feel like when I do with flour, it always turns brown. Let's just check the temp and see where it's at. 172, 187. And the reason I think it's done is because it's floating. Usually if it's floating, it means it's done. Yeah, it is done, guys. This is done. All right, I'm gonna take it out. Put it in a bowl here and turn off the oil too. Hot. I burned myself a little, just a little. Just a smidgen, kids. So yeah, I guess it doesn't turn as brown if you use more cornstarch, but they say it gets it more crispy, so maybe it's preferable. I should try that with my other chicken recipe. Nice thing about chicken thighs is it's more forgiving if you overheat it too. So that's a good thing. You know, I forgot to chop up some green onions. Let me do that, that's part of this too. Oh, I gotta put this rice in the water already. All right, so our sauce is looking like it's pretty thick. It looks like General Tso's sauce, So we're gonna turn off the heat there. I guess maybe we should move over to the other table again so I can get this all off the heat. Let me do that. All right, so I just chopped up my, what is it called? The green onions. And I've got my chicken here and my sauce, and we're going to put the sauce on the chicken, guys. We're gonna General Tsoify this. I mean, it does kind of look like, I feel like I'm gonna need a spatula to get this out. How's it look to you? Hold on, let me go get a spatula. I mean, at the end of the day, this always seemed like an unattainable thing for me to cook, but I also just never tried cooking it. And so finally you try cooking something and you're like, oh my gosh, that was incredibly easy. This was a very easy thing to cook. And it's one of those things that like we could totally throw into the family rotation of recipes because it was that easy. Hopefully there's enough sauce to get good coverage on this. Usually when I get Chinese food, there's pretty good sauce coverage. Yeah, it looks like there is. Gotta mix it a little longer, but we're almost there. Almost there. So I should just try a piece, right? Try a piece of the rice is still cooking. We'll plate it up in a second, but while we wait, I can certainly try this and see if it tastes like, you know, every Chinese food restaurant I've ever had. Here we go. General Tso's chicken. Looks the part. Let's see if it tastes the part. It's gonna be hot. Oh, I'm supposed to put some of this on. Oh my gosh. That's so good. Wow. Holy cow. I should be cooking this all the time. Wow. It's like better than any Chinese food restaurant I've had. Literally better. Wow. And I do usually put this sort of stuff on it, so let's go. Next step. That's delicious. Super hot, but super delicious. Huh. Who'd have thought you can make General Tso's chicken incredibly easily at home and it's just as good as the restaurant, if not better? That's something we've learned. Let me plate it up though and show you the final product. All right, so my fancy bag of rice should be done. Pull it out of the boiling water here. So I'm supposed to stab it with a fork, although it's already kind of got a bunch of holes in it, so I'll just make some holes with the knife, it's fine. All right, so we just cut open the bag. I mean, this is just literally rice bag. Easy peasy, it's instructions on the back. I'm not gonna walk you through how to make this, but you know, it makes for a more complete meal, as it were. There we go, rice. Rice accomplished. Now we take our chick and we pile it on the rice. Oh, I guess I was supposed to assemble this and then come back. I got distracted. Bear with me. No, like literally, let's all pretend to be bears. Rawr. That was weird. I should probably cut that out. Okay guys, you no longer have to spend $40 at PF Chang's to get an amazing, amazing General Tso's chicken. Thumbnail? What's cool about this, like, they're not even gonna give you that size portion. Look at how good that looks. Look how good that looks. And I already know it's delicious because you saw me cheat and try some. Let me try it with the rice though. Perfect. I love it. You guys gotta try this. If you like General Tso's chicken, you gotta try it. And you can make it to your preferred spicy level too, which is awesome. Oh, am I supposed to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? 9.2. I love it. I will definitely make this again. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time.